Well, I write about my reaction in detail in the book. It was a Friday the 13th in July when I was in Watertown, New York, and there to crown the Miss New York that I had won the year before I went on to win Miss America. And I was on the doing an interview with the New York Post about Geraldine Ferrara. She was just been announced that she was the vice presidential candidate along with Mondale on the ticket, and I said it was great. And the interviewer said, "Oh, by the way, we heard from a very reliable source that you're going to be on the cover of Penthouse magazine." And I said, "I don't know what you're talking about." And he said, "Well, we heard from a reliable source that you are." And I said, I still don't know what you're talking about. And I called my lawyer immediately after I hung up the phone. And of course, my reaction was, what's going on? I knew that I hadn't signed any release for any photos. And I really had no idea what was about to come. So it's, at 21 years of age, it's sheer panic and terror. And my initial reaction was, what am I going to do about the crown? But what's going to happen to my life and my family's life? I think the initial response is you don't want to disappoint your parents. And how the reaction was, how am I going to tell my parents? Well, Wilhelmina had a 4-year run on a fantastic show that was so unique that we didn't even think it'd get picked up because we had so much fun, and it was shooting in New York, and it was one of those, everyone said, this is really good and not like anything, but who knows? It's so unusual that will it get picked up? So after shooting the pilot and working on Wilhelmina, I ended up using some of the traits that I was had grown up with at the house due to my mother over here. Wilhelmina was a strong boss who was very opinionated and really was impatient and didn't have much tolerance for ineptitude. And if it was in her face, she would give the look, which is one of the ones that my mother has mastered, which is, the eyebrow and the cold stare. And it became so effective that they didn't even have to write it out. They just say, Wilhelmina gives a look. And I attribute the look to my mother because she's the one, after being a school teacher for almost 40 years, she definitely mastered it.
My feelings were, I looked into Vanessa's eyes in the photos, and I could see that she was not comfortable. It was not something that she was proud of, and that I could see that sadness, a great deal of sadness in her eyes. And when she told her dad and me about it, we both gave her big hugs and just told her that we loved her. We supported her. We knew there was going to be a lot of bumpy roads ahead, and we were prepared to ride those roads with her. Well, I was not raised in a very affectionate family where people showed affection, and I was never told as a child, I love you at all. And so it was difficult for me with my firstborn, who is Vanessa, and as a girl to show her the kind of physical affection that I wish I could have done comfortably and a lot more often.
Well, in the book, she's opposed to pretty much everyone that I've ever dated or married, so that's a moot point. At the time that I met Ramon, he came in as my publicist to handle the press conference of my resignation as Miss America, and I was 21 years old. He was 13 years older than me and had a very successful career as a publicist out in L.A., and he was my knight in shining armor in terms of symbolically. He was definitely a distraction from the chaos that was happening in my life. And I knew that he would make a great life in terms of being a husband and kids. And we ended up having 3 beautiful kids, all of together. I have 4, but 3 from Ramon. And I trusted him in terms of my career. He had been in the business for a long time, and he's the one who I asked to manage me after going through a couple of people that didn't have the same vision as I did, and he knew what I was capable of doing. So he really was the one who steered me into recording because he knew that I would have way more control over my image and my career as a recording artist than I would waiting for the perfect part to come as an actor when I was being pretty much judged and written off because of all the scandal.
Thanks for watching the You Interview channel. With over 3,000 original celebrity videos, we have one of the largest collections of celebrity interviews anywhere. So remember to like and comment on our videos and subscribe to the channel. If you want to get more involved, you can become a member of the channel. Membership has its perks. You can see exclusive celebrity videos and get the opportunity to ask our celebrity guests questions. We can't wait to hear from you.